Fever, no. But also, let's take a moment for KK, okay? She's that moment today. She's that girl always. Thank you. Nope, Steve. Let the light get the nice little bell.
Barbie Night was supposed to be magical. The Chicago sky pulled out all the stops, pink everything, a premium arena, and a crowd packed with fans ready to celebrate Angel Reese as their franchise icon. The United Center was transformed into a glittering spectacle, hoping to capture national attention and maybe even spark a turning point in the team's rocky season. But something critical was missing. Angel Reese herself. Due to injury, the face of the night wasn't even in uniform. And what happened next? A disaster so brutal the whole night got hijacked and renamed by the other team.
The Indiana Fever walk in to Chicago, the United Center, no Caitlin Clark, and they walk out with a W 93-70.
Enter the Indiana Fever. No Caitlin Clark. No problem. What was billed as a rivalry showdown turned into a complete beatdown, with the Fever delivering a 93-78 demolition job that left Sky fans stunned. This wasn't just a loss, it was a takeover. The Fever didn't just win the game, they walked into Chicago's home, stole their spotlight, and made a mockery of the entire event. Social media didn't hold back. By the final buzzer, Barbie Night had a new name, Fever Night. And Chicago? They were just a prop in someone else's celebration.
Let's go. Yep. Gotta be able to sit. The really good thing about having quality depth is when you don't have it, somebody else does. And KK? Yeah! Way to step up. Chloe, great job coming in. Good job. Lex, way to come in and make an impact. Kelsey, just
You've probably heard the hype. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, the greatest rivalry in women's basketball, the next Magic versus Bird. But let's cut the fantasy. The numbers tell the real story, and it's ugly. The Indiana Fever have now won 6 of their last 7 games against the Chicago Sky. That's not a rivalry. That's domination on repeat. And this season, it's been a slaughter. In 3 matchups, Indiana has outscored Chicago by 77 points. That's not competitive, it's clinical.
This is absolutely a one-sided rivalry. And we've got to say it like it is. Like, we can't say Caitlin needs to do this, Caitlin needs to do that. Let's be real. The only reason this is still a rivalry is because the other side of the rivalry won't stop it. And by the way, it is extremely beneficial for Angel Reese to be in this rivalry.
Let's break that down. A 35-point blowout in the first meeting, then a 27-point rout, and finally, a 15-point embarrassment on Chicago's most hyped night of the year. The narrative being pushed is entertaining, but it's built on shaky ground. There's no back and forth here, just a pattern of one team constantly getting cooked. And if you're tired of media-driven matchups with zero substance behind them, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment with your take, especially if you're fired up for the Fever. Your support helps push real analysis forward and grows this channel from the ground up. And trust us, this season is just heating up. Because what happened next wasn't just a win on the stat sheet, it was a career-defining performance.
This is a fake one-sided rivalry. We got Angel Reese taking more shots at Caitlin Clark unnecessarily.
With Caitlin Clark sidelined, all eyes turned to Indiana's veteran guard, Kelsey Mitchell. And she didn't just step up, she erupted. Mitchell delivered one of the most electrifying performances of the WNBA season, torching the sky for 35 points, knocking down 7 three-pointers, and shooting an incredible 12 of 19 from the field. On a night designed to honor someone else, Mitchell seized the spotlight like it had always belonged to her.
It's the Kelsey Mitchell Show here in Chicago. Mitchell into the paint, able to lay it in. To Mitchell, she'll fire. You bet. Deflected, gets it back, and hits from 3. See Mitchell her 7th three of the day.
Her performance wasn't just clutch, it was historic. Mitchell joined Caitlin Clark as the only two players in Fever history to post at least 35 points, 5 assists, and 5 made threes in a single game. On a court dressed in pink and flooded with Sky fans, Mitchell planted her flag and rewrote the script. This wasn't Barbie's house anymore. It was the Kelsey Mitchell show. And what she did wasn't just about numbers. It was about delivering when the pressure was highest, when your star is out, and when the entire city is hoping you'll fall apart.
Money Mitch put him in a ditch, and Michaela Timpson treating the Chicago Sky like a bunch of Simpsons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Kelsey Money Mitchell erupted today. Michaela Timpson continues to show every time you put her in the game, every time you give her some actual quality minutes, she will not disappoint.
While Mitchell dropped bombs from deep, the Fever's supporting cast proved that this team is built on more than just 1 or 2 stars. Rookie Michaela Timpson had the game of her young career, putting up 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting and making it look easy. Every time she touched the ball, she made something happen, slipping through defenses, crashing the paint, and finishing plays with a level of confidence that felt anything but rookie-like.
On 6 of 10 shooting in the corner, Mitchell connects on a 3. Indiana needed that. It's a 2-point game. There's a chance that gets changed to a 3. Mitchell looking to respond, and does. Things tightening at United Center. Mitchell has it deflected, gets it back, and hits from 3.
Then there was Chloe Bobby, signed to a 7-day contract just days earlier. She walked onto the court like she belonged, dropping 8 points in just 10 minutes and stretching Chicago's defense to the edge. Coach Stephanie White praised her floor spacing and energy, and it was obvious why. Add in Aaliyah Boston's 3rd straight double-double. 14 points, 11 rebounds, plus assists, blocks, and defensive stops, and you've got a team that's deep, connected, and lethal. While Chicago relies on star-driven marketing, Indiana is building something real. A complete system, with real chemistry and real impact from every position on the floor.
Indiana run after Chicago had cut it to 2. Poked away by Timpson. There's the deflection. Off to the races. Timpson finishes strong, forcing a timeout from Chicago. A 9-0 Indiana run, and the lead is back to 11.
Michaela Timpson, the rookie, all season long, when she's gotten minutes here and there, has made the most of them. We've seen it on the offensive end. Then here, just getting her arms in the passing lane, the deflection, finishing a tough look.
Caitlin Clark didn't score a point. She didn't even lace up her sneakers. But somehow she still managed to dominate the evening. While her teammates dismantled Chicago on the court, Clark spent 20 minutes before the game signing autographs, over 200 in total. The crowd wasn't just there for Barbie Night. They came to see Clark. Even in street clothes, she was the gravitational force pulling fans toward the Fever.
How have you seen her improve and become more comfortable throughout the season?
She's amazing. One of the best rookies I think I've ever come across of. She's I don't know how to say it, like the ultimate pro. Shows up, no problems, and I think when you have locker room culture happening, you need great people to make it greater, and I think we got a good addition here, so shout out to KK.
That level of star power is rare. It's the kind of intangible influence that can't be taught or manufactured. Cameras followed her every move. Fans lined up for a chance to meet her, not Reese. And when Clark waved or smiled, the arena reacted louder than they did for any Sky player. Chicago promoted Angel Reese as the centerpiece of the night, but Clark, without ever touching the ball, stole the emotional core of the game. That tells you everything about who really runs the show in this so-called rivalry.
By Williams, Hull gives it up. Chloe Bibby able to drain the 3. Recently signed
when they play Indiana.
And right now, Cardoso answering the bell really nicely. 12 points, 7 rebounds. Bibby again. How about the stroke of Chloe Bibby?
Chicago did everything right on paper. Book the big arena, launch a glamorous Barbie theme, spotlight a rising star like Angel Reese. But what they couldn't script was a win, or even a competitive showing. Angel Reese was out, and the Sky looked directionless without her. They got out-hustled, outshot, and outcoached. Their most celebrated night of the year quickly became a national embarrassment.
Cardoso running the floor. Gets denied by Boston, returning the favor. Boston finds the cutter. It's Timpson who lays it in. That ends the 11-0 run. Here's Mitchell. Slips it in, wide open Boston. Tracks it back down. Off to Boston. Backdoor, Mitchell the cut, and the finish. Tough bucket from Kelsey. Mitchell.
Even worse, the fans saw right through it. Social media turned savage. Memes called it Mitchell Night. TikTokers mocked the Sky for throwing a party, only to get torched by a team missing their star. The Sky's head coach, Tyler Marsh, looked and sounded defeated in his post-game interview. He admitted his players weren't executing the game plan, and their repeated mental mistakes were costing them dearly. The marketing machine might still be running, but the wheels are falling off fast.
Here's Mitchell, who has 15 in the quarter and a season-high 6 made threes. Hull will fire and hit at the horn. Big finish to the third from Indiana.
While Chicago clings to promo nights and storylines, Indiana is quietly becoming a playoff contender. Even without Caitlin Clark, they sit third in the Eastern Conference, just 2 games behind Atlanta. Every game is sharpening their chemistry. Every win builds belief. Players like Timpson, Mitchell, Boston, and Beebe are forming a core that doesn't just survive when Clark's out. They thrive.
500 points, becoming fastest Fever player ever to do so in a season. Ninth 30-point game, second most in Fever history. And season high.
I knew it!
KK career high in points.
Yeah, baby, run.
AB 11 double-double of the season.
Meanwhile, Chicago is stuck. Their record sits at 7-18 with little evidence of growth or direction. Their rebuild feels stalled, their stars inconsistent, and their coaching staff increasingly frustrated. And here's the kicker. Caitlin Clark is returning soon. She's rehabbing carefully, building up strength and rhythm before a likely return in mid to late August. When she's back, this Fever team isn't just better, they're dangerous. Clark's comeback won't just boost ticket sales, it'll give Indiana a real shot at shaking up the postseason picture and widening the gap between themselves and teams like the Sky.
Let's check this out right here. Of course, this is supposed to be the arena that Angel Reese built, right? Question mark? Caitlin Clark right here signing autographs. Look at these fans. Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously. This person over here, show us Barbie. Yeah, not lined up for Barbie. In Barbie's own arena. Glad to see Chicago giving Barbie a welcome to Sophie Cunningham.
Let's not sugarcoat it. What happened in Chicago wasn't a rivalry, it was a reality check. The Fever walked into the United Center and proved, once again, that they're miles ahead of the Sky. No Reese, no Clark, just results. Over the past 2 seasons, Indiana has beaten Chicago 6 out of 7 times. That's not back and forth. That's a pattern. That's dominance.
I'm beginning to suspect the Indiana Fever are a better team than the Chicago Sky. Don't ask me why I believe that or think that. It's just a sneaking suspicion that I have. I mean, it could be the fact that the Fever spank them every time they play. Could be that. Maybe it's that. I mean, you know, you can date back to last year, but this year, the Fever spanked the Sky in the season opener.
So next time someone tells you this is the WNBA's greatest rivalry, look at the tape. Look at the scoreboard. Look at who's walking away with wins. At home, on the road, with or without their star. Call it a rivalry if you want, but only one team is winning. And it's not Chicago. If you're fired up by the Fever's rise or just tired of fake narratives, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. We're building a community that cuts through the noise and gets to the truth, and you're part of that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.